stream for you, right? If you know a lot of words, but you aren't able to speak, this is what you need, okay? Yeah, so most people know all of the words, but they just don't speak. Yeah, or they don't put the words in sentences. You only read the words in books. So this is what helps you identify. This is what helps you understand the words in real sentences. And you can also repeat after me and mimic and know how to speak eventually if you keep practicing. You want this kind of stream, but for Chinese. Are you trying to learn? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think anybody teaches Chinese like that. Yeah, good. Let's continue. If you guys like English, if you like me, you can subscribe in the top left corner. You can press the big red button. You can follow me. I stream twice a day at 12 and 9:30. You guys can come and watch and listen every day. I'm trying to give you guys an immersive English environment. You can also donate a fan sign as well. You can donate a fan sign. It also helps you out a lot. Is Duolingo a good app? Duolingo? I'm not going to say anything. In my opinion, what I personally think is that it doesn't really help you, because there are a lot of reasons why it doesn't really help you. The first thing is that, yes, although you use it every day, it only allows you to practice 5 or 10 minutes of English. You're not using it for a long time. The second thing is that it always encourages you to translate. It's always telling you to translate from Chinese to English. It doesn't encourage you to speak. If you use Duolingo, you don't speak. You only translate, you only read, you only spend a few minutes practicing every day. It's not enough. It's not enough speaking. It's too much translating. It doesn't actually help you. If you spend 10 minutes a day speaking, if you spend 10 minutes a day listening to me, if you use any English by yourself, it's far better than Duolingo. If you listen to me twice a day, it's better than using Duolingo. If you speak by yourself for 5 or 10 minutes, it's again better than Duolingo, right? Yes, you can get a subscription and you can use it every day, right? But the problem is, Cindy, it doesn't actually help you speak. If you have the time, if you have a lot of time, you should be practicing. You shouldn't be on your phone. 苹果是 apple, banana, orange, 还是 pear, right? You're just translating. That doesn't help you. You're reading too much Chinese. It's forcing you to read Chinese. It's forcing you to use Chinese when you create sentences. It doesn't even let you speak entirely in English. So it's just a lot of matching or a lot of like 1-word, 2-word pronunciations, or you're listening to one thing or two things and then you're putting them together, right? It doesn't actually help you when it comes to actually speaking or using the language, right? You need to open your mouth. You need to make sounds with your mouth, like ah. I don't know any words that have an ah sound in them, or like a, right? Lake, cake, right? You have to practice. You have to practice speaking. I like to eat cake. I don't eat cake. I'm afraid to eat cake because I don't want to get fat, right? You practice. That's how you use English. You need to open your mouth. Okay? Yeah, you need to open your mouth. So that's the only way you'll get really, really good at English. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. I don't connect with people, unfortunately, because I'm trying to help you guys listen to as much good English as possible. There are too many people, right? Look at this. There are 4,000 people here. There are 4,000 people here. There's no way I can talk to everybody. I can't talk to everybody, so a much better and fair way is for me to just speak by myself and help you guys listen as much as possible. It does help you out. If you guys don't think I grew up in Canada, that's fine. My name is Eli. I was in Canada from 6 until 18. So I was in Canada from 2011 until 2023. So that's how I speak English at this level. I have a 9 on the IELTS. I'm using the easiest English possible for you guys with the easiest words in short and easy sentences. This is what you actually need. I'm trying to help you guys by giving you guys some real English that you can use in your lives. You can use this English every day. You can get better at English without focusing on big words or focusing on hard sentences. You can learn the basics first. You can learn the easiest things first. If you like English, you can subscribe in the top left corner right over there. You guys can come and watch and listen twice a day at 12 and 9:30. If you want to, you can donate a fan sign as well. It's 10 cents. It helps me out a lot. It brings a lot more people into my stream. You can also use your finger and tap on the screen like this to give me some likes. Everyone can tap on the screen 300 or 400 times. It does help me out a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. 你很漂亮. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, let's continue. You show me how, can you tell why? I don't know what that means. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so listen first and then try to speak, right? Exactly. You should be speaking as soon as you hear a word. A lot of Chinese students have spent their whole lives listening. So you've been listening to English your whole lives. You should be speaking now, right? You need to start speaking right now. A lot of people are still saying they need to wait, they need to keep listening, they need to keep practicing their listening. No, you need to speak. That's what you need to do right now. You need to start speaking and using the language. That's the only way you'll be able to speak in 2 or 3 years, right? So in 2 or 3 years, if you start practicing today, you'll be able to speak in 2 or 3 years. Okay, so start practicing now. Start using English now. Yeah, thank you. Which university did I go to? I've never been to university. I only have a grade 12 education. So after high school, after I graduated from high school, I came back to China. I'm teaching English, I'm working, but I'm not going to university. I don't want to go to university. I don't think going to university is going to help me because I want to have my own business. I want to do my own thing. Like right now, I'm teaching English. I don't want to spend time working for a boss. If you work for a boss, if you work for an employer, if you work for somebody else, you need a university degree. You need to graduate from a good university if you want to be an employee. But I don't want to be an employee. I don't need a boss, so I don't need to go to university. If you want to go to a good company, if you want to find a good boss, you might need to go to a good university. But I don't want to go to any company. I don't want to work for anybody else, so I'm not going to university. Yeah, I'm not taking a gap. I'm just not going. Yeah, I just didn't go. Yeah, I didn't even apply. Why do we need to learn English? That's a good question. And it's different for everybody. It's different for everyone. So some people want to travel. There are some people who are 50 or 60 who want to travel. If you want to travel, you might need English. There are some people who need to make more money. They need to speak English because they sell a product. They sell something to people who speak English. 2 years ago, I worked in Shanghai. I was working in Shanghai. One of my friends asked me to go work with him. So I was working with a friend under his boss, and I was selling products. I was selling products to Europe and North America and Canada and India and Japan. So that's where I was selling products. So I was selling products to people who only spoke English, right? That's another reason you need to speak English if you want to sell products. What if you want to immigrate? If you want to go to another country and live in another country? What if you want to go to school? Some people want to go to school. So some people want to learn English so they can go to school in Canada or America or England or Australia, right? It's for school. So the reason is different for everybody. Some people want to go and do things that need English, but some people don't. If you don't need to use English, if you don't want to use English, you don't need to learn English. You don't need to learn English. It's different for everybody. Some people need it, others don't, right? So it depends on what you need. What are your goals? Do you want to go to the West? Do you want to travel? Do you want to speak English? Do you want to make more money? Some people want to be an English teacher. They want to speak more English to teach English. Some people want to travel. Some people want to go to school. So find a reason to learn English. It's different for everybody. It's literally different for everybody. So some people want to, and some people don't want to. If you don't want to, you don't need to. But most people need to, because most people want to, because most people have a goal that English can help them achieve, right? If you know how to speak English, you will make more money. That's the truth. If you speak English, you'll make more money than people who don't speak English, right? That's just the truth. If you work at a foreign company, if you work at Microsoft, if you work at Nvidia, if you work in Canada, if you work in America, you make more money. You will make more money, right? So if you speak English, you will make more money than someone who doesn't speak English. If you have a 6.5 on the IELTS, right? A lot of people ask questions like this. What if I have like a 6.5 on the IELTS, right? If you have a 6.5 on the IELTS, it's a lot better than CET4 or CET6 or TEM8. It's far better than TEM8 or CET4 or CET6. A lot of companies care way more about an IELTS, right? This score, this 6.5 helps you out a lot more. You stand out. You can find a better job. You can make more money, right? That's why we do things. We do things because we want money. We work because we want money. We learn English because we want money. It's just money. Money, 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 right? So again, that's the reason the majority of people learn English. Money, okay? Yeah, if you guys like English, if you want to get better at English, you can subscribe in the top left corner right over here. You can press the big red button. You guys can watch and listen and ask questions in the comment section down below. I'm trying my best to give you guys an immersive English environment. My name is Eli. I grew up in Canada and I have a 9 on the IELTS. You can be sure that my English is good. All of my pronunciation, grammar, intonation, use of words, sentences are easy to follow. They're very easy to follow and they're very common. The words you see, the words you hear, right? The sentences I use, they're very, very easy and they're very, very common. You see them every day. Thank you. Thank you. You donated twice. Thank you so much. Yeah. So all of the words are extraordinarily easy. I also use a lot of body language. I use my body to show you what I'm saying so you can understand a lot more, right? If you see something, you'll be able to understand and associate. I say this word all the time, associate English with a picture or English with a feeling, but not English with Chinese. Never associate English with Chinese. Use English and a picture or English and a feeling, right? So this is happy, this is sad, right? This is angry. And like, you know, if I were to make it rhyme, this is mad, right? So again, that's what you need to do, right? Look at what people do, and listen to what people say. That's the only way you'll be able to understand. 外国人也是人哈。对，主播是会说中文的，只是说要给大家提供一个好的英文环境。If you want to learn English, if you want to get better at English, this is a good opportunity to speak a lot more and to listen. You can repeat after me. It does help you guys out a lot. It helps you get a lot better, right? If you don't practice, if you don't use the language, you're not going to get better. Yeah, I have a lot of haters, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. A lot of people don't care about, you know, what I'm saying. They just look at my face and say I'm pretending to be Canadian, which I'm not, or they say my English is bad, but they don't know how to speak English, right? They don't know how to speak English. So again, if you want to find someone who knows how to speak English, boop, boop, I have a 9 on the IELTS speaking. There are only about, a handful of IELTS 9s in China. I'm one of them. So you can be sure that my English is good. Yeah, don't engage with them, please. Am I going to stream tomorrow? Yes, for sure. So tomorrow morning at, or I guess tomorrow afternoon at 12 and tomorrow evening at 9:30, I'll still be streaming. So we'll still see each other tomorrow. In the afternoon at 12, I'll still be here. I'll still be in this room. So you'll see the background. It's the same background. But tomorrow evening, tomorrow at 9:30, I'll be in Dongguan. I might be in Dongguan. I don't know. But I'm probably going to be in Dongguan. So I'll stream for you from my uncle's house. I'm not going to be in my house. I'll be in my uncle's house. And then I'll show you my cousin's room. I don't know. So I'm not sure where I'll be, but I'll be in Dongguan. Okay? Isn't the mugshot supposed to be black and white? This is a Canadian IELTS. So you have a colored picture. But I'm doing a Chinese IELTS this year. It's a little bit cheaper now, so I can do it more freely. So, well, it's only 400 yuan cheaper. But basically, I'm a cheapskate. And so basically, last year, I knew they were reducing the price of the IELTS. So I waited until this year. I'm doing another IELTS test this year in China. I currently only have 2 IELTS scores. I have 2 IELTS scores. One of them is this one. So this is the IELTS score I have in China. Oh, that's my ID number. Yeah, that's fine. So other than my ID card, this was the first IELTS I did in 2023. That's me, right? And I had an 8.5. And I did another one in 2025, and that one I got a 9. This is so dusty. This is literally so dusty. Like, it's just dirty and dusty. Okay, yeah, but I have another one that I got last year, and I got a 9 on that one. And then this year, I'm not trying, but I will do another one later this year when I stop being depressed, when I have more energy. Okay? Yeah, the English I'm using is extremely easy. The words are very, very simple. I speak slowly and clearly to help you guys listen more and understand. Okay? It's gonna be about 1,900 yuan. It's not that expensive anymore. Last year it was 2,200 yuan. This year it's 1,900 yuan, so it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper and it's a lot more affordable. I mean, it's not a lot more affordable, but it's more affordable. So I'm going to be doing another test this year. Okay, you've been listening for, a lot of people are listening. Yeah, there are 4,000 people here. There are 4,000 people here. You guys can come and watch and listen every day. Do I know the Canadian singer Michael Bublé? Yeah, I do know who he is, but I don't listen to his songs. I don't, because his songs are a little bit too old. So the older generation, people who are slightly older, millennials, people born in 1990, might listen to his songs. But people who are born after the 2000s will probably never hear his songs ever. So I have no clue what he sung, and I don't care at all. I don't care. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of pop culture. I don't really listen to pop music. I listen to whatever songs get recommended to me. So I listen to random songs. There isn't a genre I like. I like a little bit of everything. Yeah. What am I streaming with? An iPhone 17. I stream with an iPhone 17. That's the camera that I'm using. Did I have an English teacher when I was in China? No. I only started learning English in Canada. I started learning English when I was 6 years old. Well, basically 7. I started learning English when I was 7 years old. I was 6, but we'll say 7. So I started learning English when I was 7, and then I started learning word by word, sentence by sentence, in the same way that I teach you guys now. I'm teaching you guys in the same way I learned English. So I learned one word at a time. I learned by watching people. I learned by listening to people, by looking at each thing and saying its name. I learned very, very slowly in the same way that I'm teaching you guys now. Like, for example, what color is this? This is blue. What color is this? This is red. What is this? This is a red button. What is that? That is a yellow button. What is this? This is a blue button. You can press the button, right? So it's like you have to learn very, very slowly. It's not super easy, and it takes a long time. As a kid, it's easier to learn because everybody else speaks with easy English. Kids speak like this, right? Kids speak like, I like you. I don't like you. I want this thing. I want to play. I want to play. I want to go. I want to go potty. I want to go pee, right? They use easy sentences. So it's faster to get to that level. You can get to that level very quickly. When I was 6, it only took me 1 or 2 years to get to their level, right? I caught up with them very fast, and then we started learning together. But if you're an adult, you have a lot more to learn. So you need to learn for 2 or 3 years, and you need to practice every day. You need to, again, I talk about this all the time. I say this every day. You need to speak for at least an hour a day for 3 years. So if you learn English now, if you practice English now, in 2 years, you'll be able to speak. But you need to start now. Yeah, so it takes a long time to get very, very good at English. Thank you, Chu Jian. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, so it takes a long time to get really good at English. You won't be able to do it in 90 days. A lot of people, a lot of teachers say you should practice for 90 days. Buy a class and practice for 90 days. Buy this, buy that, 90 days, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Yi. Wrong. If you practice for 90 days, your English is still going to be trash. If you're trash right now, if you only practice for 90 days, you're still going to be trash. Trust me, I know. You need to keep practicing for a year or 2 years. You have to practice an hour a day for hundreds of hours. You need to keep practicing. You need to keep using it. So again, don't believe everything you see online. They want to sell you a course that helps you learn quickly, but it doesn't. A lot of teachers sell you a course that teach you English for 90 days. It's useful, but not that useful. You need to be learning every day, and you need to be practicing as well. Okay? Yeah. 90 days isn't enough for anything. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. I don't speak Chinese in my stream at all because it doesn't help you. If you listen for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, if you keep listening, you'll understand. Like if I say, I don't speak Chinese in my stream. I don't speak Chinese. Okay? He doesn't speak Chinese. Oh, Eli doesn't speak Chinese. Okay. No Chinese, only English. Okay. Right? It's very, very easy to understand. It just takes a little bit of practice. Yeah, so if you listen a little bit more, you'll be able to understand. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Gui Tutu. Thank you guys for your donations. Thank you so much. You don't need to give me that much money. The only thing I need is a fan sign. You don't need to give me anything else. I don't need anything else. You can give me a fan sign, and you can use your finger and tap on the screen like this. This is free. You can tap on the screen a couple hundred times. It helps me out a lot. This is all I need. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you. Yeah, but don't give me your money, okay? Don't give me your money. Yeah. Yeah, you can buy my class in a few months if I ever finish it. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you. Do people in Canada speak French? Yeah, they do. But only a very small portion of Canadians speak French. Most Canadians can speak 2 languages, right? Most Canadians can speak 2 languages, but the second language isn't French. The second language is actually Chinese. The second language that's spoken the most in Canada is Chinese. So in Canada, this province right here, this one, everyone here speaks French. This is called Quebec, Québec. Everyone here speaks French. Everybody else speaks English. So they're mainly monolingual. So they speak either French or they speak English. The people who speak 2 languages, right, speak English and Chinese, or English and Korean, or English and Indian, whatever language they have in India. Hindi, right? English and Hindi from India, English and Pakistani, whatever English or whatever language they have there, right? It's called Urdu, I believe. In Pakistan, it's called Ulu. I don't know. I don't know what its Chinese name is, right? But French is not the most common second language. The most common second language is Chinese. Urdu. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with my geography. Yeah, Urdu. There we go. Yeah. So again, there are a lot more common second languages, but French and English are the most spoken singular languages as a first language. A lot of people are bilingual, but most people are English and Chinese bilingual. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. I'm not good at geography. I'm a STEM student. I talk about this all the time. I don't know anything about history. I don't know anything about geography, about the earth, about oceans or places. I have no clue about any of that stuff. I'm better at science. I'm better at math. I'm better at chemistry. My best subject was chemistry. Okay, when I was in high school, when I was in grade 10, 11, and 12, I was very, very good at chemistry. Okay, yeah. I was literally the best chem student in our school. In our entire school, in grade 10, I had the highest chemistry grades. I had the best chemistry score. That was me. I was number 1 in our whole school in grade 10. I had the highest grades. Yeah. But that was a very, very short period of time. Yeah. But I aced every test. I got the highest score on every test. Was it a private high school? No, it was a public high school. And the problem is, in my grade, there were only 90 students. There weren't a lot of students in my grade. So there were only 90 students. So I was number 1 out of 90. It's not very good. Yeah. In China, the best students are number 1 out of 500, right? But in Canada, I was number 1 out of 90. Which isn't amazing. Yeah. And that was when I was in grade 10. Each grade only had about 100 or 200 students. So not that many students. I can show you a picture of my graduation. When I graduated from high school, I can show you a picture of my graduation, but there weren't that many people. I can show you all of the students if I ever find the picture. If I'm lucky enough to find the picture, I will show it to you. But if I can't find the picture, then I won't show it to you. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see how much effort it's going to take me to find a picture of my own graduation. Here we go. Well, to be fair, I didn't actually attend my own graduation. I just watched from the corner. 1 second here. How do you stop locking the screen? Okay, whatever. But you guys can take a look right here. This was my graduation. So these are all of the students who graduated. It wasn't that many. This is everybody. This is literally everybody right here. So that was in grade 12. So there were about 150 students at most. When I was in grade 10, I was like number 1 out of 90. How do you do a 90? So I wasn't actually that smart. Yeah. There are a lot of students who had perfect grades in every class. They had very good grades in every class. But for me, I only had good grades in one, science. I was very, very good at science and very, very bad at everything else. So my science scores were really good. Everything else was trash. And then some of my classmates were very good at everything. Yeah. So my high school was a big high school, but big high schools in Canada are very, very small. They're very, very small. The entire student population, so all of the students combined, was like, 2,000? At most, 2,000. At most. So it was a relatively small school if you compare to China, right? If you compare it with China, the schools are very, very small. It's just one building, It's one building with about 40 classrooms. That might be a lie. That might be an under-exaggeration. We'll say 80 classrooms. 80 classrooms. I don't know. But it's a very, very small school. You can walk from the left side to the right side in less than a minute. It takes less than a minute to walk from the left side of the school to the right side of the school. It's a super, super small place. The entire school could fit within 1 square kilometer. It's not a big place. In 1 square kilometer, you could fit our whole school. It was a very, very big school locally, but it's not a big school if you look at every school in the world. But in Canada, it counts as a pretty big high school. Yeah. So again, it's not a big place. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I can help you guys out. Did the school have a playground? That was the elementary. The high school doesn't have a playground, but elementaries do. And our elementaries only have 200 or 300 students. So in our neighborhood where we used to live, there were 3 elementaries and 1 high school. So 3 primary schools and 1 high school. So each primary school, each elementary could hold 300 to 500 students. And then all of the students would go to that one high school. And then that high school had about 1,000 to 2,000 students. So it wasn't a very big place. What's an elementary? A primary school, grade 1 to grade 6. Grade 1 to grade 6. That's called elementary or primary school. And in Canada, where I used to live, there were only 2 types of schools, primary school and high school. So primary school or elementary for us was grade 1 to grade 7. High school was grade 8 to grade 12. We didn't have middle school. We only had 2 schools. So elementary and high school, 1 to 7, 8 to 12. So that was it. There wasn't middle school. We just stole middle school away. Yeah. So again, it's very, very interesting how it works. So in China, you have 3 schools, primary, middle, and then high school. But then in Canada, we have primary and then high school. That's it. Yeah, it's very interesting. So we call it an elementary. Elementary means very, very easy. That's the definition of elementary. So if I say, for example, English is easy, right? Math is easy. I can also say it's very elementary. It's very, very easy. Elementary just means easy. It means the easiest things, right? So elementary school is for kids to learn easy things like easy math, easy science, easy English, easy French, easy whatever, right? Yeah. Did we have a lot of homework? How long did we spend on the homework? I didn't do any homework. I never did the homework. But most students would spend an hour at most doing the homework. I didn't do any homework, but most students would do an hour of homework. I never did any. Yeah, I just used my big brain. Chinese people are smart, okay? Chinese people are smart. We don't need to do the homework and we can still get very high grades. Yeah. If you're asking me why, it's because I was smart when I was young. Okay? When I was young, I was smart. Now I'm a lot older and I'm a lot dumber. I'm a lot dumber, but when I was young, I was very smart. Yeah. No wonder your teacher said elementary. Yeah, elementary is what we say, or what we call primary school. We don't say primary school. In England, they might say primary school, but in America or Canada, we say elementary. Okay, what's dumber? D-U-M-B-E-R, dumber. So more stupid. I'm dumber now. Dumb is the opposite of smart, right? Somebody is smart. If you're not smart, you're stupid. If you're stupid, you're dumb, right? Stupid, dumb, dumber, stupider. More dumb, more stupid. I'm more stupid now. So I'm really, really stupid now. Yeah, I'm a lot dumber. Yeah. Is Australia or Canada better? Canada. Canada's way better. Canada's far better, hopefully, than Australia. I don't know. I haven't compared. I'm not sure. Yeah, Chinese 7th graders do their homework until 11 or 12. Yeah, we would only do it until 2 or 3. So it was just a lot easier to finish everything. It was very, very easy to finish all of the homework. It's easier than it is in China for sure. Can I speak a little bit of French? Bonjour, je m'appelle Eli. Je ne peux pas parler français parce que je n'ai pas une bonne student. I don't know how to say student. Je n'ai pas étudié bon en l'école, alors je n'ai pas parlé français. Oui, je habite à Canada pour 12 ans. Okay, that's it. I don't know. That's all I know how to say. Okay, that's all I know how to say in French. Sorry. 法语水平有限. Okay. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe in the top left corner. I lived in Canada for 12 years. 在加拿大住了12年. I was in Canada from 6 until 18. I'm currently 21 years old. If you want to subscribe, it's up here in the top left corner. I stream twice a day at 12 and 9:30. 12 and 9:30. You guys can come and watch and listen tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's the last day of the new year, right? Tomorrow's the last day of the new or of the previous year of this year. Tomorrow's the last day of this lunar year. So lunar year. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe if you want to watch me. You can also set an alarm on your phone. If you need to, you can set an alarm on your phone and you can watch me tomorrow. Okay? Make sure to go practice English by yourselves. Use English by yourselves. Practice. That's the only way you'll get better. Okay? The only way you'll get better is if you practice. So I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to practice. Make sure to use some English. I'll see you tomorrow. My streams are an hour each at 12 and 9:30. So 1 hour at 12 and 1 hour at 9:30. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. Bye, guys. Make sure to subscribe.